Hey, it's Jim, and you're on the Your Internet Lifestyle channel. Thanks for joining me. Today we are doing a review of Ultron. So we're going to be taking a look inside of the dashboard. I'm going to tell you about the bonuses I've got. I made a special custom bonus that walks you through how to actually use this and get something out of it. Because I felt like there was something that I needed to add to this to make it worth it for you. So personal custom training. I've recorded a video just for that, and we'll take a look at that and the other bonuses here in just a minute. So we're on the Ultron sales page, and basically, what the product is offering is a way to get traffic. So generally there's a lot of different products out there. Some are software that help you make videos or post or create content for your website or that kind of thing, and those are useful. Build funnels, page builders, all that stuff, right? Then you've got training, where you learn how to do stuff with the help of other experts who have a method or a way of doing things. And then you've got traffic, right? And traffic products tend to be really useful because, without having a lot of eyeballs and visitors and prospects coming to you, then it can be really hard to make sales of any kind in any business, online or otherwise, right? So this is a traffic product. And so traffic overnight, display any link in front of 500 million buyers. So in a minute, we'll kind of get into what this is and what they're using. But the baseline price is $16.93. And so I believe that's going to be going up, over time. So the product has not launched yet. So these timers aren't going, and it's not actively on the dime sale yet, but it is a dime sale product, where that means that after every time increment that they've set, the price goes up a little bit. So you want to get in early if you want to get the lowest price, if this looks like something that you want, right? So they've got a guarantee, and it is somewhat newbie friendly in terms of how to use it. The only thing I would say is that if you're a newbie, then probably one of the challenges you're going to have is like what to sell to all these people. And so, pardon me, that's where my video, I think, kind of helps out my extra training. So, and this often happens with products, right? You've got a product for one thing, but you still need kind of some of the other pieces of the puzzle to make it all work and kind of make the most out of it. And so that's where people like me can offer bonuses to try to help fill those gaps and get you on the right foot in terms of doing well with the product, or making use of it at least, right? So now they've got a lengthy sales page here. They're going to show you some proof and kind of walk you through their story, right? So take a look at that, see if it resonates with you. But I think, the bottom line is they're going to show commissions and proof and testimonials and stuff like that. And there are, most certainly people who are making money with this, but it does take some work, and you do have to have some things in place. So I just want to kind of point that out, and that's okay. I mean, there really isn't a push button and get money out kind of thing, but these softwares aim to make it as easy as possible, right? I mean, that's kind of what we're all in this business for, is to help each other, achieve results in the least time possible with, a system that is understandable and works. And so let's do this. There's plenty to look at here on the sales page. It's a lengthy one. As usual, I do a complete summary of this. It's kind of like the executive summary of what's for sale, what's on offer on my bonus page, right? So if you just want the executive summary, click the link below this video. That'll open up this bonus page and we can look at it together. Okay, so, free traffic, right? They've put together an app. This is a web-based app. It can work from a Mac or Windows, or Linux or whatever, as long as you've got the internet. And it's the kind of thing where you set up campaigns and they're kind of saved in there, and then you just manipulate some settings, and we'll kind of take a look at that here in just a minute. And then this will give you results that you can then use to get yourself some traffic to your offer or your affiliate link or whatever. So that's essentially what you're getting, is a software that does this for you. Right now, their funnel is a big one. So the front product that you saw, $16.93, and we've kind of talked through what that is. They unlock some additional features in the product, basically allowing you to make unlimited campaigns, and they also unlock some other products that you can use, and things that you can reference inside the tool to help get sales. So that's worth checking out. The second offer is done for you. So you can kind of look through these. I've included the price next to them so that you have a knowledge of what that is going in. So, if you see something on this list that you're kind of interested in, when you get to that page, you already know, hey, this is kind of what I'm interested in and how much it costs. So certainly, as usual, I don't think you have to buy every one of these add-ons. Some are more useful than others. So I don't know, as far as limitless traffic and stuff like that, adding more traffic onto this, see what you think. But as usual, with these softwares, there tends to be an option to kind of white label it and make it a product that you can sell for 100% profits. And so that's always something to consider, if you're looking to build your own suite of products that you can offer to people. And, again, this would be something that would potentially be something that you could sell with these shout outs, right? So to kind of get into what the product is, we'll touch on that in a little bit, but it's basically using Instagram shout outs to get traffic to your offers or to your pages. And so we'll kind of look at how that works in just a minute. And given that it's shout outs on Instagram, and that's the main basis, there's a couple of things that I wanted to offer as bonuses, right? Because, again, shout outs are great, but you've got to have, if you get a shout out from an Instagram influencer, they can send a lot of traffic and people to your offer, right? But you've got to have something to offer. And I recommend having a funnel in place where you can take some of those folks and turn them into leads and email subscribers on your list, so that not only are you going to send them to your offer on the thank you page, but you also get subscribers out of it. So that's kind of the way to, I think, get the most value out of this. And that implies having something to offer on your squeeze page, like a checklist or something like that, having a product that you can sell after that. So they're going to offer you some things around that. I want to offer you as bonuses a couple of things to really help you out there too. So the first one is my white label YouTube course. Now this is a full suite where you've got the squeeze page all done for you. You've got a giveaway book. You've got a full course that you can sell. And these things just simply need to be put on a web server and saved so that customers can get to the files and stuff. But it's basically a whole product suite that you can sell and use to build your email list. Okay, so that's something that I want to make sure that you've got, because a shout out and all this traffic isn't going to work if you don't have something to sell, right? And it's great if you can push them to an affiliate product, but not all Instagram influencers are going to want to work with that kind of offer. So it's ideal if you can send them to a product of your own, because that's good in the influencer's eyes, and it's more profitable for you ultimately. Now the other thing that I did is I put together a custom training just for this product, where I kind of walk through on a whiteboard for you what works with shoutouts, right? Like how you can get the most out of these, so that you're not left with a product that sort of doesn't work for you and you're not really sure how to use it. So that was something I felt like as I went through, I felt like, okay, this is something that I think customers of this product are going to need and want. And so I recorded this. I've put this on my YouTube channel unlisted, and bonus, people who buy through my link and get my bonuses are going to get a link to that training. Okay, so that's there. And then of course, one of the things that I think is key with this method is and really anything, is growing your social media presence. And so since this has some Instagram related relationship, then you're going to want to be growing your Instagram channel here too, right? Because that's going to be something that helps you maybe become an influencer yourself, right? And so these are 365 days worth of marketing tips that you can post on your social media channels: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Okay, so those are done for you. And then there are some vendor bonuses as well that'll be there for you inside of the Ultron dashboard. Okay, now to get to Ultron, if you decide to buy it, all you have to do is click on one of these purple buttons from my bonus page, and that'll take you there. If you buy through my link and you want to get the bonuses, then I always show on every bonus page that I've got how to claim those from Warrior Plus. Okay, so just scroll down, take a look at that, make sure you know how to get to the bonuses. It's pretty easy. And that is what everything looks like. So now let's jump inside of Ultron and take a look around. So I'm logged in. I've got the unlimited edition here. So this is basically the equivalent of, if you buy the upsells, then that's kind of what I've got access to. Okay. And like I mentioned, this is very much around the idea of building campaigns. It's looking at Instagram to essentially find influencers, and then the process is going to be you're going to contact them and ask for a shout out. Okay. Now you may think, oh, this is kind of like cold marketing or cold calling or cold emailing, but it's not. If you're not familiar with shout outs, then you should know that a lot of people on Instagram offer these, and it's not a bad thing to reach out like this. Lots of people do this. Okay, so Instagram influencers are expecting this, and you may get some that aren't interested, of course, right? They're just not going to respond. But this tool helps you find the influencers and then gets their contact information where possible, and then it just makes it really easy to reach out to them and ask for a shout out. Now, shout outs do cost money. Okay, so you can expect to pay anywhere from $20 or $30 up to hundreds, right, for a shout out, and it just depends on the length of time that the post is going to be out there and exactly how many influencers they have and how big time they are and stuff like that. So that the price varies, but as you'll see here when we look at the campaigns, some of these influencers have an audience of hundreds of thousands or millions, and so you're talking about a situation where you might expect to get enough traffic to an offer that it literally could bring down the server, right? So that is that can be very profitable. So I mean, if you've got a great offer, then you should expect to make a profit on the shout out, right? So you pay a certain amount, $100 or whatever, and then you should be able to make more than that, right? Is the idea. So let's take a look inside of one of these campaigns, because I just want to give you a sense for how this looks. Okay, so these people just searched, like we did a search before on money, right? And so there's, all sorts of different people out there, with Instagram accounts. I think that's kind of, let's do a different search here in just a second. But you can see basically these are the Instagram usernames for these groups, and it shows you their engagement, and then here's like a contact. Now with the upgraded version of Ultron, you can actually just hook up a Gmail account right inside the dashboard here in your email settings and have a pre-canned email that you can just go boom, hit this and just send the email. Okay, that just says, hey, what's your pricing for shout outs? That's basically all it says. Okay, we'll look at that in a sec. So it makes it super easy. Now, for some of these, they don't have an email, right? So in that case, what you do, if you want, is you just go find that person on Instagram and just send them a direct message. Okay. So there we go. That's a channel right there. So all right, let's get back inside of here, and sorry about that if that offended anybody or whatever, but let's go back to our campaigns here and run a different one. One of the things I talk about in my bonus video is, so like you have to think about like what's going to be working on Instagram. There are certain things that work better in that environment than others, right? So the same things that might sell well on YouTube don't necessarily sell well on Instagram, right? So, but e-commerce, that could be something that you could do. So let's do something around pets. Okay, enter a page name, industry, or niche. Let's just do cats. You could do dogs, you could do hamsters, chickens, whatever, right? There's sort of no limit to what you could find out there on Instagram. Now, where you're going to find influencers, that could be a little different story, right? There are probably some niches like architecture or something like that, where you're not going to find as many people who want to do shout outs because that's just not the way they market. But, pet niches, anything where there's e-commerce related, those people with Instagram accounts in those niches are going to be open to shout outs. A lot of them are. Marketing, social media, that kind of thing. Those are going to be good niches. So it takes a while because it's, essentially digging through Instagram for you. All right, so 20 pages found. There are more pages than this, and I think, it can potentially bring back more, but here's what we're looking at in terms of followers. Look at that, nearly 800,000. Okay, so engagement, maybe isn't huge. This tells you how many clicks you can expect to get from a shout out. Look at this, what is that? 12 million. Okay, so, and you've got a contact here. So you send them a note, say, hey, listen, I've got, I'd like to know how much it costs to have a shout out. Maybe you've got a little e-commerce store that sells cat earrings or something like that. And boom, probably make some sales there. So that's kind of the way it works. Okay. That's what the campaigns look like. Now with some of their upgrades, okay, let's take a look at the email settings here because this is part of the upgraded version. Connect to Gmail. Okay, so this is where you basically, whatever Gmail account you want to use, you just connect them, and then you can basically set a message here that gets sent. So it's just kind of a standard message, but they show you inside the tutorial a great example of what to say, but the the basic premise is how much does it cost for a shout out, or what's your shout out pricing. It doesn't have to be a long message, right? I mean, so if they're interested, they'll get back to you and let you know. Okay, and then as it relates to building up your Instagram account, there are going to be some other tools in here, right? So there are going to be some videos, there are going to be some Instagram posts and like post builders and stuff like that. So, you can basically start building out your account. You can send people, so people are going to be checking out your Instagram account as well. And because, of course, they're going to be like at, whatever. And, that's going to be kind of how it works. And then, you're going to significantly grow your channel too. So in addition to doing these shout outs and potentially selling products, you can also build up a channel, and they've got some content and stuff here that helps you with that, right? So another thing I should point out, inside those campaigns, like just using our example, there was like the cat lovers or whatever, you can actually drill in and find similar pages to that. So it's really kind of cool. Like, you search maybe by keyword, but then once you have a page, you can kind of drill in and just keep finding more pages like that. So, I mean, given the size, like they say, 500 million people using Instagram, I mean, it's massive, right? So there's a lot there. I think it's worth checking out if you're into Instagram and, you need some traffic, want some traffic and want to maybe, make a little moolah with using this kind of traffic. And, it can be much more targeted than like pay-per-click advertising or something like that, because, there can be some really interesting niches here, and based on the number of clicks you can get, can be really cost effective as well, right? So something to think about. Listen, if you're interested, the link below will take you to my bonus page so you can review everything. Click one of the purple buttons on the bonus page to go on to my sales page or go on to the product sales page for Ultron. If you decide to pick it up through my link, then you're getting all my bonuses, including that custom training where I walk you through how to get the most out of the shout outs. And listen, if this is helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.